So shine, so shine, shine bright. So shine, so shine, shine bright.
Welcome to another episode of this Soul Shine Summit series. We hope that you are feeling the high vibrations. And today we are with Sophie Bidard, who truly assists everyone she meets into raising their vibration by eliminating the denser qualities, the denser energies. Today we're talking about New Earth values, an activation and illumination. Hi, Sophie, welcome.
Hello, Lauren. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm really so happy to be with you today and celebrate together. This is such a beautiful opportunity. Thank you.
It is. And here we are on the precipice of a brand new year, and we can feel this. And we always like to say that, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could feel the energy of a new year every day? I know that's a little bit much to ask for, but we absolutely like to think a new year is a new earth year as well, as we are more closely raising our vibrations into the frequency of new earth. So tell us about New Earth values. What are these values? I think we already can sense them within ourselves, but this is
Yes,
something important.
they are very much. And for me, well, they've been in my field, in my work, in my personal work with myself and in my work with clients, but also in my service, I would say. For many years, I believe that they dropped on me as a download. Maybe it was 2014 or something like that. So it's going to be 10 years, right? And I received very clearly, I remember I was living in another place. So I remember myself where I was. And as I received this, more than a calling, it was pretty much a demand to set myself and set my energy and around these foundational values of the new earth. And yes, I received this demand. So I asked, okay, well, what are those values of the new earth? And they were given to me. And as truth, love, peace, freedom, wisdom, sovereignty, service, and prosperity. So very foundational, very essential, right? And very much new earth. And so since 2014, I've really been working on a daily basis. I have my own personal mantra as well, some of which I'm gonna be sharing today, offering as power claiming keys. But I've been really working on structuring my energy, structuring my being, structuring also my path around these values. Now, what are values? Values are really so essential. They are such a foundation of our being and of our every actions and decisions, right? Values are, well, what's important to us. And according to our values, we make certain decisions. According to our values, we have certain beliefs. According to our values, we take certain actions or we don't take actions, right? So our values are really at the foundation, at the core of our being and our expression, our identity, and our creations and our journey. And well, we could say, well, we receive the values we receive from our education and from the past that we've had, which is true. But we can also decide that, well, this value that has been imposed on me, I don't choose it anymore. For example, do I want control as a value? Right? Or not? And I get chills like, yeah, certainly not. That's a good one, right? If it has been imposed on us, for example, control or submission to authority, it's a good thing, it's a good value to submit to authority. Well, is it? And do I want to hold this as my value or not anymore? So we can choose. We can actually, we're not told that every day, because it gets very liberating and very personal. But actually, we can choose what our values are. And it may take a bit of work of clearing, letting go, clearing limiting beliefs, clearing emotions, and clearing all sorts of energies that have been holding these values in place. But it is totally feasible, and I would say that it is very much desirable. That's what has been demanded of me at that time. And we can choose what are the values that we decide to make ours, and that we decide that these are the foundations that I choose for my being, for my energy, for my decisions, my actions, the values also that I want to express, that I want to emanate. What do I want that emanates from me, from my presence, just without me even speaking, right? So that's been as I said, a demand given to me many years ago. And I felt so close to some of those values were already very close to my heart, such as peace. The quest for peace has been very much longer than that in my heart. So I could recognize that, yes, this is a value of mine, and I certainly confirm that. There were others that for me, it took a journey. Sovereignty has been a journey, but having it in my radar, right? Having it on my table of what do I want to be made of? What do I choose to be made of? And how do I want to operate? Having this value of sovereignty, choosing it day after day after day, has allowed me to make it a priority and to actually gain and reclaim my own sovereignty. And that's been a journey, I can tell you. So that's been for me, but it's also obviously, it has transpired, and it still is. It was a demand of me, but also supporting people, supporting clients, supporting communities with choosing these values if they resonate. And for those who choose those same values, helping them as much as they need, supporting them to adopt those values, and also being a voice to transmitting. Well, we can choose other values, but these are good ones. These are good foundational ones for the new earth. How do you feel about those values, Lauren?
Well, I absolutely love those values. The values that express New Earth. I truly believe that those values, amidst all of the divisiveness on the planet right now, we're watching political structures around the world shifting. And I think one of the things that's missing is this attention to values. And if we were to all take a close look, I'm getting chills as I speak, because if we're going to take a close look at these values, then we're going to see that no matter what side of the polarity that you're on, we all want the same values, don't we? We all want truth. And we can go into these. We all want love. We all want peace, freedom, wisdom, sovereignty, service. Maybe not everyone wants service, but we recognize the value of service in stepping into a service role and assisting others. And everyone wants prosperity.
Mhm.
So these values, for example, truth is where we know the truth within ourselves so that our experience in life becomes our truth. And so now there's a word discernment that comes into play. Discerning would be our own personal understanding of truth and the way we resonate with it. Information. So if information from the outside comes to us and it doesn't make us feel right, that is a very big discernment tool, a discernment device. Would you
Yes.
say, what do we do with that?
Well, what I'm sensing, and I love that you bring this point, and I have something else then to share about the value of truth. This is such a, I mean, all of them are big ones, but I see through time there are moments when one is more coming more to the forefront, right? And truth is certainly one at the moment. Well, what I see is that when we choose truth as a value, we make a commitment to alignment with truth. And we can, for example, with those mantras I'm going to be offering in just a moment, mantras of the heart, power claiming keys that I create, we can ask to be guided and supported in our alignment with truth, which means that yes, sometimes we don't know what is truth, or there are many truths, or everyone has their own truth. How do we, right? How do we discern? Well, if we are committed to the value of truth, we emit a signal that it's like we raise our hand. I'm one who wants truth. Show me truth. Inform me on truth. Guide me to truth. Gift me the blessing of discernment. Show me non-truth. Reveal to me what is not truth, what is manipulation, what is dissimulation, what is lies, right? So, and but all of this, our discernment, I would say, is supported and amplified and facilitated by our choosing truth as a value. Yes, we all love truth, but do we commit to truth? And sometimes it's not the easy choice. Sometimes it takes courage to stand for truth, to not give the little white lie and say things as they are, not make an excuse while I'm not gonna go to your invitation just because I don't feel like going and I'm gonna make up something which is actually not truth. That's a little thing, right? But it's a breach to truth. How much do we choose to be in integrity with the value of truth, right? So, and it all starts from choosing which foundational values we want as our foundation, our structure, and then nurturing them, nourishing them, cultivating them, asking to be guided towards them, asking to be educated, asking to be educated in terms, for the case of truth, in terms of discernment, asking to be gifted the grace of discernment. And that can be a journey. Right now, some of us have gifts and have values that are more solidly anchored within us, and we bring those values and we offer them to others. Like we are, some of us are pillars of truth naturally. Some others need to learn, need to grow into being pillars of truth, and that's how we can play with each other and support one another and be complementary to one another. But these, what I would say is, if we flip to the other side, can there be new earth without truth? No. Can there be new earth without peace? No. And all of those foundational values, if you flip them, there is no new earth without any of those core ones, right? Now, the other thing I said, there were another thing about truth that I wanted to share that was interesting to me is that one day, so I received these 8 values to work with, play with, to live with, and to live by. And one day it came to me like, what about oneness? Because that's a big one, right? That's a strong one. And that's certainly something, especially the more recent times, maybe not so much in 2014, but it has come more to the forefront. So I asked, what about oneness? The answer came right away. Oneness is truth. Oneness is truth. And I got it right away. Yes, that's a truth for me. And I understood, okay, we don't need thousands of values. Let's keep it simple and solid and core, and really commit to those core values, and also exploring them. What does truth really mean? What does it encompass? Well, oneness is part of truth. And I found this really fascinating and very, I was so happy with this response that, yeah, we can go with a smaller number of essential values and cultivate those.
Yes, so beautiful. And when we work with people building their New Earth business, we have them take values for their business.
Yeah.
And we'll put it around a geometric form, first a triangle. And you know what mine is? One of my first words is truth.
There
For
you
me,
go.
and it's different for everyone. Everyone's going to have their own construction of what their values are. But for me, primarily for me, was truth, trust, and passion. I knew that if I put my passion to the forefront, I would be carried beyond carried, be provided for, be in the flow. And the trust was trusting the whole structure of that. And the truth is the leading edge. And then on the business side of it, another triangle, upside down triangle that together they form the Merkaba, was integrity, equanimity, and quality. There was something about what we do here at New Earth One that had to be of quality. So that was just an example of what we do here at New Earth One, how we impose the values or impress the values, what we stand for here.
Yes.
And so if we each did this in our lives, it is a compass. It's
Exactly.
a compass that
Yeah.
leads the way, that keeps our eyes on the prize. So no matter what comes across our way, we can take a step back and we can determine if our values are being compromised or if they're being supported. So I love this topic. And I know that as we are embarking on this new year, on the precipice of this new year, that it's a really good time for those who are watching and listening to do this sort of inventory of what our core values are. And that's why this activation that we're going to go into in just a moment is really powerful. So tell us about this activation.
Yes, so thank you so much for the opportunity to be offering this, because really, well, it stands in my mission to be a messenger of these values and a transmitter, right? And so the way we're going to do this, some of our audience maybe are familiar with the power claiming keys that I create, and others are going to discover. So power claiming keys are mantras of the heart, and I create them. I've worked with them. That's one of the things that I do, right? And I've worked with them for many, many years. Initially, I was doing them for my own benefit until I was prompted to one day, I guess, during a client session, being connected to their higher self. I could, their higher self was putting the words in my mouth to deliver to them the perfect mantra to them. And they got into tears, like it was so resonating for them. So I realized, well, that's really a thing. These power claiming keys, right? These are keys, linguistic keys to claim your power your power around a specific intention. Now, these power claiming keys, they have a specific formulation that is so perfect. It's been inspired to me. My higher self gave these to me. And using linguistic in such a way that it makes perfection. And what we're going to do in this activation is I'm going to be offering for each of the 8 values of the new earth that I've mentioned earlier that have been given to me to offer, to transmit, to yes, to deliver. I'm going to be offering a power claiming key for each value. And everyone's going to receive them, so you're going to have the experience of receiving it, being in the vibration of it. You're going to have them on the screen as well, so that you'll be able, for those of you who are more visual, you're going to be able to read them as well. You're going to listen to them. I invite you to, I'm going to repeat them a couple times, and I invite you to speak them out loud if you can. If you can't speak out loud, you can whisper, you can speak them inwards, and you will sense some of them, they're already your strong values, and it will feel good. It will feel like nectar, because you will feel like you honor this value, you salute it in a way. But some others, like I said, for me, sovereignty has been a journey. Well, this power claiming key has helped me be on the path towards sovereignty and holding myself on the path, and but not holding myself like with a struggle, instead making my higher self be in charge of taking me there. Right? That's one of the beauties of the power claiming keys, is that the way they are formulated, you set an intention very powerfully, and you place that powerful intention in the hands of your higher self being in charge of guiding and supporting you towards them. So with that, if you use them, those, especially those for which you feel that you are not there yet, this is not your strong value, but you would love to have it as a strong value, then you can adopt them as mantras. You can integrate them to your daily practice. You can speak them daily. You can write them with your handwriting, like a contract with yourself, and use them as mantras. They are mantras of the heart. And I've been told, it's been many years also that I've been working with power claiming keys and gifting them to clients, to people. Many have told me, you know, Sophie, these power claiming keys you offered me about this or that theme, it has changed my life because I used it. Now, of course, the key to the key, right? A key is only as useful as we use it. So the invitation is, I'm going to offer them to you. Yours is to receive them, enjoy them, and for those power claiming keys that resonate with you, maybe all of them, adopt them and use them if you want on a daily basis, and it will take you there. It will take you there. And we're going to do that, Lauren, we're going to do that in a flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light, right? The rainbow light is going to illuminate our values and empower them, and empower our absorbing them.
So beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Thank you. Enjoy, everyone.
Thank you. My offering for this celebration of the solstice gateway and entrance into a new year is an activation and illumination of the new earth values with rainbow light and power claiming keys and the beautiful water koshi chimes. So I invite you to relax, take a few deep breaths, breathing out all that does not belong to this moment. Let's bring all your attention, all your presence here and now. We set our intention that our time together, all that is shared in words and beyond the words, all the energies that we call in and flow, serve our highest good, our evolution, and be of service to the highest good of all. You can decide to open your heart or open it even more and be ready to receive. And you can decide to open your mind or open it even more and be ready to receive. Remembering your connection to the center, to the heart of the earth, and your connection to the center, to the heart of the universe. So that you are held, both grounded and suspended, you are safe, you can relax, you are ready and open to receive. To receive an offering of power claiming keys to activate and illuminate the new earth values within your being and your expression, your creations, your presence. Power claiming keys are mantras of the heart that have the power to change lives. All you need to do is to use them, claim them, if possible out loud, feeling the vibrations and the sensations in your body, in your heart as you claim them, hearing yourself speaking them, receiving through your ears their activating power. You can write them with your own handwriting like a contract with yourself, with your higher self. You can sing them, dance them, create art with them. Do whatever you feel inspired to do. Just own them and use them. Now, as we connect higher self to higher self, I tap into the highest, the purest source of light of the great central sun. And I call in the pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. And flow this light to you and through you for your highest good, your evolution, and in service to the highest good of all. All you have to do is to allow and receive. Let's take a few moments now to flow this magnificent, brilliant rainbow light, and you just receive, absorb, and enjoy. Now in this flow of rainbow light, I'm going to offer 8 power claiming keys for truth, love, peace, freedom, wisdom, sovereignty, service, and prosperity. And I'll repeat each of them a couple times to allow you to really absorb their energy and to allow the intentions to really sink in and settle within your being. The rainbow light will carry them deeper and deeper within you. And as you receive them, I invite you to pay attention to the responses you get in your body, in your mind, in your heart, in your whole being. And of course, you're welcome to join me and claim them for yourself. In the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light, Here is our first power claiming key for truth. Even if I don't know how, I intend to perceive and express truth, the highest truth, the purest truth. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to perceive and express truth, the highest truth, the purest truth. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to perceive and express truth, the highest truth, the purest truth. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. In the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. Here is our second power claiming key for love. Even if I don't know how, I intend to offer and receive love at every moment. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to offer and receive love at every moment. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to offer and receive love at every moment. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. In the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. Here is our third power claiming key for peace. Even if I don't know how, I intend to anchor peace in my body, my mind, my heart, and offer my peace to the world. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to anchor peace in my body, my mind, my heart, and offer my peace to the world. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to anchor peace in my body, my mind, my heart, and offer my peace to the world. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. in the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. Here is our fourth power claiming key for freedom. Even if I don't know how, I intend for the freedom of my mind, my heart, my body, my whole being. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend for the freedom of my mind, my heart, my body, my whole being. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend for the freedom of my mind, my heart, my body, my whole being. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. In the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. Here is our fifth power claiming key for wisdom. Even if I don't know how, I intend to connect my higher self with higher wisdom. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to connect my higher self with higher wisdom. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to connect my higher self with higher wisdom. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. In the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. Here is our sixth power claiming key for sovereignty. Even if I don't know how, I intend to fully embrace and express the sovereignty of my being. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to fully embrace and express the sovereignty of my being. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to fully embrace and express the sovereignty of my being. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. In the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. Here is our 7th power claiming key for service. Even if I don't know how, I intend to be inspired and empowered for highest purpose and service. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to be inspired and empowered for highest purpose and service. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend to be inspired and empowered for highest purpose and service. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. In the flow of pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light. Here is our 8th power claiming key for prosperity. Even if I don't know how, I intend for abundant prosperity to flow into my physical, emotional, spiritual life. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend for abundant prosperity to flow into my physical, emotional, spiritual life. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I intend for abundant prosperity to flow into my physical, emotional, spiritual life. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. Take a moment to breathe. Allowing the power claiming keys, their energy, their vibration to settle within your mind, your heart, your whole being. While the pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light allows them to sink in deeper and deeper into your being, right to the core of your foundation, activating, strengthening, illuminating your foundational values. Values are the basis of our beliefs, our actions, our decisions, our behaviors. So you have imprinted all those with the highest vibrations of the new earth core values. Now, as we're closing, you take back your energy to yourself. And I take back my energy to myself. And we allow the flow of pure, bright, radiant rainbow light to subside just by itself whenever it will serve your highest good, your evolution, and the highest good of all. And we complete with gratitude for the pure, bright, vibrant rainbow light that has been flowing for us. Gratitude for Lauren and the New Earth One Network for gathering us today. Gratitude for our higher selves and all the higher beings and energies who guide, support, and protect us. And gratitude to the divine. Thank you. And thank you for joining me in celebration and activating, strengthening, illuminating your new earth values. Thank you for receiving the power claiming keys. Coming back to here and now, totally present, refreshed, empowered, energized, inspired, and uplifted. Welcome back. Now, to complete our time together, I want to share with you a special offer that I've put together, which is all about self-love. Self-love is part of our strong foundation, our foundational values, elevated with self-love. So this package is called Gracefully Illuminate Your Self-Love. It's a package of 2 workshops and an Orb of Grace infusion audio set. So the first item is the workshop Freedom from Karmic Entanglements of Self-Loathing. You may have done a lot of work and healing for self-love, and still you may find that you're not quite there yet. There may be traces of self-loathing, consciously or unconsciously present within you, lingering in your past, your early life, your past lives, and your ancestral inheritance. With this workshop, you'll release the karmic entanglements that keep you in loops and patterns of self-loathing, with a thorough and systematic clearing in your aura, in your timelines, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal and genealogical paternal lines. So that's 4 clearings to set you free to step out of the paradigm of self-loathing and be an agent of divine service, modeling self-love and grace. In each of the 4 clearings, you'll collect unique, precious pearls of wisdom that will be empowering your evolution to operate at a new, higher level of yourself, self-loving and graceful. The second item in this package is the workshop Graceful Self-Love Language Detox. You'll be guided and supported to detoxify, purify, and infuse with grace your love language, interactions, communications, and overall relationships with each of the core aspects of your inner self, your higher self, your shadow self, your inner child, your inner masculine, and your inner feminine. And then you'll integrate your 5 core aspects back into your heart for a grand finale, an infusion of grace into your self-love language, and finally into your love language with the world and all beings. And the third item in this package is the Orb of Grace Infusion of Your Heart audio set. With this set of 5 audio tracks, they have the same basis with a different healing sound background. you'll receive the orb of grace and infusion of grace in your heart, in your own time, as often as you like. And I love to say you can never overdose on grace. The total value of this package is $351, and in this special offer, it is only $88. And because self-love can't wait, I'm making it available to you right away. We're at a time of the year when our schedules are so busy and can be so different. It's difficult to match together. So I wanted to make sure that you have them all as audios so you can work with them at your convenience starting right now. So I hope you'll make the best of this very special opportunity and honor yourself with the gift of self-love. Thank you and blessings.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sophie Bidard. We are truly feeling the essence of that activation. I know that people spoke them out loud. I could sense a few tears as that power was being reclaimed, and it touches each of our hearts so significantly that that's what changes our life when we can remember. And this is one step closer to remembering with these values that you helped initiate within us. And I know that some have even written them down. And so we encourage you to put them on sticky notes to again use them over and over again and return to listen to this. You helped us create a beautiful path for the new earth, new year with these values. Thank you so much. We are committed. And I can only sense that everyone felt the nectar of those words. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Again, we are feeling enlightened and empowered for this new year, and we are so grateful. And I want to just say, Sophie, in the work that you do with your clients, you're so supportive of the light workers, clearing out the density and having people really reclaim their power. So there's a special offer right on this webpage that is a wonderful package from you. Share that with us. Tell us about those details.
Yes, I've put together, well, from one of those values. Love is one of those values that is on the list, so to speak. And I've been inspired to offer a package specifically about self-love, which is really, if we go to the core, because obviously the theme for me in today's celebration was really return to the core and to the foundation, right? And the foundation of our love is self-love. Only when there is self-love can we be able to be healthy in offering love and receiving love from others and the world and our environment. So this package is gracefully illuminate your self-love, and it's a combination of 2 workshops and an audio set. So the first workshop is freedom from karmic entanglements of self-loathing. Now, clearing karmic entanglements is my signature work. I do many things and many deep emotional work, but clearing karmic entanglements is really, really my specialty. And that's something that is a sacred gift that I have, that has been activated within me, and that I've been prompted to use with some really dark shadow topics, right? So this one is about self-loathing, and we don't often go there as far to self-loathing, and it's not easy to go there on our own, by yourself. That's why I offer to be your guide and your support, because you may have done a lot of work. Many of us has done a lot of work in favor of self-love, and that's wonderful. But if there are any traces of self-loathing, and it can be hidden. It may not be at the forefront, but if there's the slightest trace of it, it's gonna ruin your efforts, all your good work of healing. And you may wonder, well, how come with all this work for self-love, I'm still not there yet? Clearing karmic entanglements of self-loathing. So that's the first workshop, and we clear very systematically in your aura, in your past timeline, in your genealogical maternal line, and in your genealogical paternal line. So that's radical clearing, liberation, right? Second workshop is graceful self-love detox workshop. And that's a detox of the self-love language that you have towards the different core aspects of yourself, your higher self, your inner child, your shadow self, your inner feminine, and your inner masculine. And again, very systematically, we're going to clear the self-love language, which may be toxic. Imagine, I noticed how this workshop came to be birthed the day I realized that I had anxiety was one of my ways of expressing love to myself, of my self-love language. When I realized that if I had no anxiety, it would mean I don't care. Well, there are other ways to care than to have anxiety, and anxiety is very detrimental. And it showed me how we can have some toxic self-love language, and it really needs to be cleared. So we are doing this in the second workshop, which is very solid, very profound as well. And along with that, you get an Orb of Grace infusion of your heart audio set. That's a beautiful, that's the nectar. You're going to have the audio that brings you into the Orb of Grace, where you will be held and infused in grace. Now, when you feel good, you feel even more wonderful. When you don't feel good, even when you feel horrible, it's your go-to to infuse your heart with grace. And we know the power of grace to heal, to liberate, to bring miracles, and to hold us in a good place, whatever is going on within us, allowing us to have the strength and the courage to do the work that we need to do. So that's the package, that's the special offer. And for our opportunity today and our celebration, I'm bringing it at a very special price and making it available to you right now, so that you can get started right away with your self-love.
Thank you so much for that, Sophie. Again, that is an incredible package. I just want to say this is a real gift. All of these wonderful programs, transformational programs, clearing programs, for that magical price, 8-8. It really is beautiful as we enter an 8-year. These are wonderful tools. You know, it's really important on our planet right now. You're doing incredible work. The people who've gone through your workshops say, wow, this is so needed right here, right now on our planet, and it's really beneficial. So thank you for this. Again, it's such a potent, powerful programs that you offer, and they're filled with light and filled with love. So we really appreciate this. And again, just an exquisite chance for people to take this opportunity for transformation ahead of this great new year. And they're all downloadable immediately right now.
Exactly.
Begin in any order. People can work with them.
Any order, come back to it as many times if you feel like you need to. And yes, get started right away. So that, I mean, self-love cannot wait, right? So we are at a time where schedules are busy. Everyone is on a different place and time. So with that, you do your own schedule, and you can get started right away and get results right away. So yeah.
And what a beautiful time in this window of change and new year to do this work. And hopefully you have carved out some time for yourself to do this work right here, right now. Thank you again. The information for this is on this webpage or in the description box of wherever you're watching or listening to this program. Sophie, thank you so much. So as we step into this new year, I want to give you a few moments for final thoughts and comments on this.
Final thoughts and comments. Yes. Well, what I would like to share is how I've been feeling an invitation lately these days as we are in this passage, right? I believe since the solstice, I've been feeling this calling to, I'm a fervent practitioner of Qigong. And in Qigong, most of the time when we breathe in, we breathe in when we expand, right? The in-breath goes with the expansion. But at one moment, just a few days ago, my attention was brought to one specific exercise in which, on the contrary, when we breathe in when we come back to our core. And I pondered this, like, what is this about? And I realized how we have been lately, since the equinox, since the last solstice, we have been so scattered. We have been pulled into so many directions. We have been so triggered, possibly, but also we may have been very busy creating, right? There's the scatteredness that we may have suffered, but there's also that we have been maybe all over the place, being productive, being of service. And what this meant to me is breathing in to regroup ourselves. And using this time, and actually I've been doing this since I received this indication these last few days. And so my invitation and my gift, my closing gift is this for all our listeners, is to use the breath these days, breathe in to regroup. Breathe in to regroup and come back to your core, come to your values, to your foundation, to your self-love. Now is a time, there are times when we breathe in to expand, but right now is a time to breathe in to come back to our core, our center, and using our breath. We know the power of breath, right? So using our breath to go along with this and to facilitate it and to make it happen. So that's my closing gift for today and for this celebration.
And we're all taking a big breath and we are coming back to center. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for your bright light. Happy New Year. Namaste.
Happy New Year. Thank you. Namaste.
So shine, so shine, shine bright, so shine, so shine, shine bright.
This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.